Hello and welcome to the CHC webinar. I am Sheetal Tiwari, President for Council for Homeopathic Certification, and I'm joined today by Michelle Stolz, our Office Administrator. So starting about the CHC certification exam, like the certification exam, it differs from any other exam you take on completion of your training program or any other non-accredited certification. And the difference is in the way the exam itself, how it is created. So to create the exam form, we do a process within credentialing, which is called as a job analysis, which is conducted every 3 to 5 years to review what are the current activities and responsibilities and roles that are necessary for practicing as a classical homeopath in the United States and Canada. And for this, like, we create a survey, which is then cascaded to the homeopathic community, and its results are used to create the test blueprint, like the psychometry. We hire a psychometrician, which the psychometrician helps us with creating the analysis of that survey report, and we get the test blueprint, and it is this test blueprint on which the whole exam is constructed. And each and every question which is on the CHC exam, it must go through statistical analysis and psychometric validation, which is then further reviewed by the standard with subject matter expert committees who all are certified homeopaths. So we do this all because we at the CHC are dedicated to meet the NCCA standards for our exam and give our credential holders the privilege to equate themselves with other healthcare practitioners. So Michelle will tell you about what is the process and how you can apply for the certification exam.
Right. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see what things look like as I go. There are, you probably already know, there are 3 different pathways currently. Can you see my screen here, the website?
Yes, Michelle.
Okay. There are 3 different pathways to take this certification exam currently. If you have attended an accredited school, you can apply for the exam. If you attended a school outside of the United States or Canada, you can request a pre-qualification evaluation to have your experience evaluated against the accredited standards. And the same for students who attended schools prior to 2019 or prior that were not accredited at the time. These candidates also require a pre-qualification evaluation. So once you have received your approval after your evaluation, you can apply for the exam. So you would go to our website, homeopathicdirectory.com, check out where you fall within the pathway, submit your pre-qualification, or go ahead and apply for the exam. On our website, you'll click on exam and register. And CHC uses a certifying software company called Certimi. So when you click on register, it's going to open another web page on your screen that is a CHC version of Certimi. So it's for certifying CHC candidates only. And that screen will ask you to create an account or a profile using your email. And once you have created your account and verified your email, you can open up your account on Certimi. And this is what it will look like. When you open your account, you most likely will probably be opened up here in this section, this page called My Credentials, but you can also click on Digital Wallet, Transcripts, and User Guide. And when you click on My Credentials, you'll see an assignment for you called the CHC application. And the word assignment is something that CHC and Certimi uses to talk about the different steps along the way. So you'll have your CHC application, You'll have your certification assignment. Then once that's finished, you'll have recertification assignments each year in this profile here. So once you create your account and log in, you'll want to open up your CCH application assignment. You'll probably see it here on the left-hand side of the screen. And when you click your mouse on that assignment, the related steps for that application will appear on the right-hand side of the screen. And as the steps are completed, you'll see here these dots will turn green. You can see this one says completed and it's green with a check mark. The corresponding step on this side is also green with a check mark. As you go through all of the steps, these steps will turn green and then you'll know that it's been submitted. The steps include application is just your demographic information, contact information. Here, homeopathy education and training is where you'll be uploading your documents that are discussed in the eligibility pages. Health science is the same thing. You'll go ahead and upload your documents there. You will complete some attestations here, ethics, fitness to practice, confidentiality of test questions, and then you'll do your application fee. So then the last step is exam committee verification. That step will remain pending until the exam committee reviews your application and all of the documentation and approves the application. Once your application has been approved, you will be notified that another assignment is in your CertiMe profile, and that assignment will look like this, CCH certification. This assignment only has a few steps to it. The first step is the exam fee. And then the second step is where we will note your exam results after you've taken the exam, and we will note where you've had your CHC orientation before you can receive your credentials. So once you receive the CCH certification assignment, you will only do the exam fee, and then you will receive information and instructions on how to schedule your exam. So once you've scheduled or once you've paid your exam fee, I will send you an email with the instructions to locate a testing center. It will also include a voucher so that you can get set up with the testing center. They will recognize the voucher as being a CHC voucher. And then you will create an account there as well and get yourself scheduled. I think that might be it. That's all the steps, but I am here to answer any questions along the way. Sometimes it can get a little confusing or everybody's situations are a little unique. So paperwork and documentation can look a little different for each person. If you have any questions, email me at chcinfo@homeopathicdirectory.com. And I can put that in the chat for you if you need it. Just send me any questions you might have or give us a call. And that's it.
Thank you, Michelle. Michelle, can you also, while you're sharing, can you also please show the resources page for the exam?
Yep. So you can find exam resources on our website. These will help you study. I think Chantal is going to go. Did you want to talk about those a little bit, Chantal?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So it would be here. So if you go to the exam tab, select resources, you can see here down towards the middle of the page are all of the resources that Chantal.
Yeah. So if you click the exam outline, so this is what I was earlier I was explaining about the test blueprint. So Michelle, if you scroll down, you will see that there are all these statements. So these are the domains and statements for the exam, and all the content, all the exam questions which will be there are related to this statement. So all you have to do is, go through all the statement while you're preparing and see what are your weakness and which area requires more study. And I think that that's the most useful part of preparing for the CHC exam. You can also go to the reference list. And these are the reference books which we recommend for you to read to do good on our exam. Okay. And I also would suggest that everyone should read the CHC certification handbook, which has all the details about the exam day policies and the procedure. And so I will just give you some highlights of the exam day procedures and policy. So the exam duration is exactly 4 hours, that is 240 minutes. And you can accept somewhere around 240 questions on the exam. And you will not get the result right away because the October exam is also a beta exam, and it takes the psychometrician somewhere around 3 to 6 weeks to equate the exam to our other versions. So you can accept the result by the end of November or first week of December, somewhere there. And so during your exam, if you are taking it at a testing center, even if you are taking it remotely, no outside material or references inside the exam room, no electronic devices, phone, computer, etc., inside the exam room. Now, for if you're taking it at a testing center, or either if you are taking it remotely, be assured that there will be no breaks. You will not be allowed to take any break, any restroom breaks, or any break to eat some snacks during the exam. If you have any special requirement, you have to submit a ADA request to the CHC prior to you register for the exam. And no misconduct during the exam. And please plan to arrive at the testing center at least 15 minutes prior to your exam start time. Now, to be admitted to the testing center, you must provide the web assessor assessment purchase confirmation email you received after you scheduled the exam, and you will need 2 forms of photo ID. Now, in the US, the social security cards are not an acceptable second form of photo ID. The test taker's identification must match the information listed on the launch taker test screen. And for online testing, please keep the following information in mind: that ensure that you have a fast and stable internet. And the test taker must be always in the view of the camera. Please do not get up or from seat, lean out of view, stretch and look up, etc. If there is an issue with audio or video, that is, the proctor is unable to hear or see the test taker, the proctor will ask the test taker to adjust camera off or sound accordingly. Ensure a quiet, well-lit testing room with no one else in the room. Do not talk to yourself or anyone else, or you cannot even read the exam aloud. If you are wearing glasses, leave them on. You cannot fidget with your glasses. Now, please set up the biometric software on the testing computer prior to the exam time to make sure everything works well. Criterion is our testing center, and they provide excellent tech support. So you have to simply tap on the screen where it will show there will be a tab of support, and you have to tap and you will get, if there is anything, you will get support from them. And now, if there are any irregularities, the examinee is required to report the irregularities to the CHC within 24 hours of the test date. And you may call us, or you can even send us an email at our office email address, chcinfo at homeopathicdirectory.com. So I think that's all. Is there like yeah, I think that's all. Are there any questions which we can answer? Anurag, you are on mute. No, we are not able to hear you. If you want to type in chat. Yes, it will be a multiple type question. It will all the questions will be multiple type questions. Okay. Christine, do you have any question?
No, I'm just hoping that my paper will be sufficient.
Yeah, just send us, just send the PQE committee, whatever you have. And if if you are confident that you have 1,000 hours of training, you have the 500 foundations and you have the 500 clinical training from the school or, even from your current practice, if you are practicing, you can send it all.
Oh, thank you.
And Christine, if you have any questions throughout that process or questioning what type of documentation to submit, you can always just send me an email. Definitely keep in touch with me.
Okay.
And Anurag wanted to know if water is allowed during the exam.
No, I don't. You won't be allowed to take anything in the exam room. Are you taking it remotely or you are taking it at a testing center?
Remotely.
Okay, remotely, you are not allowed anything. And the criterion, they have also updated their proctor system where they are doing this eye movement detections. So it is evolving remote, thanks to the pandemic, everything through remote proctoring is evolving now. So they have now new softwares and everything in place. So be sure that, it is a 4-hour exam and you have to be, it depends, we have seen some applicants who complete their exam in 2.5 hours. So it's not always that you will need that 4 hours to take the exam. But yeah, that's the case. It's the same, I would say, even if you are at a testing center. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you again.